Oh, Sasha, hey there, how's it going? I bet that you're looking pretty pregnant right about now, aren't you?
Hey there, Donna. Yes, I'd say I've gotten pretty big now. The baby bump is certainly noticeable. For anyone with eyes, really.
Well, I heard that you were really nervous about how you were going to raise the child. I even heard that you were asking your mother-in-law for help or any tips that she might be able to give you.
That is very true. I did go to her and ask for some help with this. I mean, this is my first child after all, so I just feel like there are going to be so many things that I don't know. But thankfully, Linda listened to all of my worries and was very good at calming me down and making me feel better.
I see. Well, yeah, I guess that she would be pretty good at that, considering the fact that she's been a mom for decades now. But you could have also come to me and asked for advice too. I'm also a mom, don't you know? Besides, we're basically like sisters, so there's no need to feel embarrassed about asking for a little friend's advice, right? I mean, after all, I'm your brother-in-law's wife. We're basically family, don't you think?
I really do appreciate you offering to help me when I'm nervous, Donna. But I actually really just happened to be visiting Linda when I asked her. It wasn't like I went out of my way to ask her advice specifically.
Wait, hold on a second. Just how often are you meeting with Linda?
Well, I guess pretty often now that I think about it. I mean, you know how easily sick I get, right? Well, she actually comes over to my house pretty often to help me keep the place clean and running. And so I guess we do actually end up spending quite a bit of time together like that and just talk about whatever is on our minds.
Is she coming over to your place because of how often you get sick? Doesn't that make you worried about your pregnancy at all? I mean, are you worried that your condition might affect the baby or something?
Yes, of course I'm nervous about that. I get so worried about my baby. So, I have done all I can to follow the doctor's advice as close as possible in trying to do this the right way.
Wow, I see. I guess I never knew just how fragile your body really was. I mean, you know that I've had 5 kids by this point, right? I never had any problems with a single one of them. They all just popped right out.
See, I really think that's incredible if I can be honest with you. I mean, not only did you go through pregnancy 5 times, but now that your husband has been living away for business, you're raising all 5 of them by yourself. I really just have to come out and tell you that I have nothing but respect for being able to do all of that. I'm really not sure if I could handle it.
I guess you are right about that. I am pretty great now that I think about it, aren't I? Besides, you know all the news about people having less kids, right? I just figure that I'm doing my part to make up the difference is all. Which reminds me, I meant to ask you, just how many kids do you think you and your husband are going to have in the end?
Oh, well, for now, we're just thinking of having 1 kid. I don't think we'd want any more than that. And of course, there's my physical health to be worried about as well.
Wait, what? Are you serious? You're really only thinking of having 1 kid? But that's crazy talk.
Is it really that bad? I mean, did you even know that you were going to want 5 kids before you had them all?
Oh, well, I suppose when you put it that way then now. I didn't really expect this. I always thought that I would only be having a couple of kids. But then all of a sudden, I got pregnant a 3rd time, and before you knew it, I had 5 kids.
So then after the 2nd kid, the ones after that just sort of came along?
Basically, yes. It wasn't that I didn't want to have them, but by the time I got pregnant, I figured, what the heck? Why not go through with it?
Wow, that is just... I really don't know if I could do something like that, you know?
Really? Is it that big of a deal? Just what is it about having a kid that makes you so nervous? You know that you can ask me anything you want about the process. I've gone through it quite a bit at this point.
I guess I'm just kind of worried about what I'll do when I go back to work and don't see my kid until I come home. And about how much money I should be putting away for them for their future. And then, of course, there are all kinds of insurance things to worry about. I guess really when it all boils down to it, most of what I'm worried about is money. How do you do it with 5 kids if you don't mind my asking? I mean, no offense, but I can't imagine that it's cheap to raise so many little people, right?
Yeah, it isn't cheap for sure. That's why I don't really bother with any of those funds or savings or putting away things for the future.
Oh, really? You mean you haven't really thought ahead for any of your children at all?
I just think that parenting should be an unplanned and spontaneous kind of thing that gets decided right then and there. I don't really see the point in worrying about something that might not even end up happening in the future, you know?
Well, I guess that makes some sense. But what happens if there is some kind of emergency where you need funds right away? You really can never know what's going to happen, especially with that many children, right?
Nah, it really is all fine. I mean, kids go out and play, and They get hurt and then they get better. I just let them raise themselves, basically.
I see. Well, what about college? Do you ever think of that? Or what if one of your kids needs special tutoring or has some expensive camp or activity that they want to try doing?
Meh, I think kids find ways to entertain themselves, you know? You don't need to get them anything too fancy. And as for college, I really don't see what you need that for. I mean, the state says you're an adult at 18, so I think my children should be able to take care of themselves by then. They'll be old enough.
You really think that your children are going to be ready to live on their own right when they turn 18?
Yeah, of course. I mean, they would have basically been raised taking care of themselves, so it'll be an easy transition, really. I guess I'm really just a kind of go-with-the-flow person who really doesn't try to get upset when it comes to raising my kids. Does that make any sense?
So you really don't get mad at your kids for anything? Don't you think there are some things that are maybe worth getting upset at your children for? I mean, how do you teach them that they've done something wrong if they can't see that you're upset?
I don't really think it's my job as their parent to do all that stuff. I think our main job is just to have the kids, and after that, they're on their own. I mean, why else do I pay taxes for schools if not so they can raise my children for me, right? Besides, I don't really see any laws saying that it's my job to do anything more than feed and clothe them, really.
Sure, but I mean, okay, well, do your kids study well in school?
I would have to say no, given some of the report cards that I've seen. And I never ever see them doing any homework either.
So then, don't their teachers at school get mad at them for not doing their work?
No, I don't really think their teachers get mad at them for anything. I mean, who even cares about homework, really? You know what I mean? Did you know that in other countries, they don't even have homework? Everyone knows that it's just busy work to keep children preoccupied anyways. So I just let my kids play and enjoy their life instead.
So then, if one of your kids did come to you and say that they wanted to go to college, what would you tell them?
I would tell them that they are free to make that choice if that's what they want. And then I would tell them to get a job and start saving up for it, because it isn't going to be cheap.
I see. I guess I just always thought it was parents' jobs to try and give their children as many opportunities as possible. So rather than just letting them run around doing whatever they want, you can help guide them towards a future they would want.
Hold on a second. Just what are you trying to say here? Are you trying to imply that I don't care about what happens to my kids?
No, of course not. But it just seems to me that maybe there's not a lot of planning when it comes to them. I mean, you said yourself that you don't save any money for them.
And just who do you think you are to be telling me how I should be raising my kids, huh? I mean, you haven't even had any kids. I don't remember ever asking advice from you anyways. Where do you get off trying to critique how I raise my family?
I'm really sorry, Donna. I didn't mean to upset you or anything like that. I guess I'm just realizing that we have very different outlooks on life. But you've given me a lot to think about, and I really do appreciate that. So thank you for talking to me about all of this. Hey, Donna, are you there? I just wanted to let you know that your kids are all at my house. Do you have any idea what this is about? I don't really remember you saying anything about them coming over.
What are you talking about? Of course I told you that they were going to go over and stay with you for a bit. I'm giving you a little taste of parenthood before you have to deal with the real thing.
I'm sorry, what? I feel like I'm not quite following along. Are you really serious about that?
Well, you were the one who came to me, so worried about being a parent, remember? So I just thought that I'd give you a little taste is all.
I see, but having to take care of all 5 of your children isn't going to make me any less worried about having my own. Besides, taking care of 5 kids all of a sudden is way too much for me. Can you please just come and get them?
Oh, please. What are we talking about? This is going to be a walk in the park for you. After all, you were confident enough about everything to not even come to me for advice first, right?
But the last time that you and I talked about parenting, you just got really mad at me.
Well, that's because you were completely ignoring the advice I was giving you. So since you're that confident, why don't you prove to everyone that you're as good a parent as you say?
I never really said I was a good parent or a bad parent. I'm really sorry if that's what you got from our talk. All I was saying was that I think our views are maybe a little too different from our parent styles to really have much overlap.
But you don't even have a parenting style yet. Besides, you were acting like you know what was best for my children. So why don't you go on and take care of them and prove that to me then? And if you do a good job, then I won't ever try and tell you how to raise a child ever again.
I'm sorry, but I really don't think I need to go through any of this just to please you.
Are you forgetting who you are in this family? I'll remind you that I'm married to your husband's older brother. That puts me in charge of you, and you have no right to tell me no when I ask you to do these things. Now, you are going to watch my children, and that is that. It's only going to be for a few days anyway.
Hold on a second. You're going to leave all 5 of your kids here for a few days?
Well, yes, they're all on summer break, and I told you that I don't sign them up for camps. But I have to go and put them somewhere. So I thought this would be the perfect plan.
No, you can't do this. I mean, my husband just left for a business trip, and I'm at home all by myself.
Oh, yes. I know all about that. That's why I chose today to send them over.
But there won't be a moment of peace and quiet around here the whole time that they are here. I told you that I need to keep myself calm so that I don't overexhaust myself while pregnant.
Oh, please. You just want everyone to treat you with kid gloves just because you're pregnant. Well, I am telling you that I've done it 5 times and I never asked anything of anyone. You should be thankful that I'm giving you this chance before you have a child of your own.
Please, Donna, I seriously just won't be able to do this. They are making a huge mess of the house already. Some of your kids are throwing our belongings all over the place. Shouldn't they know better than to do this to someone else's house?
Well, you know that kids will be kids, right? I mean, they're just having a little fun is all. This just goes to show that you need more experience raising them, so you can start to learn with my kids. Oh, Sasha, I just wanted to check on you since it's been a few days. How are things going for you? Shall I come over and pick them up?
You weren't even at home this whole time, were you? I tried calling you a bunch of times, but you weren't picking up.
Well, I figured since I finally had the house to myself that I would take a little vacation with some friends. I had a lovely time. It was just the break I needed from being such a busy mom.
So you left your children at someone else's house so that you could take a trip with your friends? Well, I hope you had fun.
Well, when you're a hardworking mom like me, sometimes you just need a break. I'm sure you'll find out about all that eventually. But anyways, I'm just glad that we're both able to give each other an important experience like this. I hope you enjoyed taking care of my children while I was away.
No, actually, I'm afraid I had to give up on that rather early. It was just doing a number on my body, and I couldn't handle all the craziness going on in my house.
Wait a second. So you're telling me that you didn't watch my kids?
That's exactly what I'm telling you right now, yes.
But, wait, what? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Where are my kids then? What did you do with them, huh?
Well, I took your kids to go stay with their Grandma Linda, of course. I told you that I just couldn't handle them here.
You sent all of my kids to go be with our mother-in-law? Why would you do that?
Because I called her and told her what was going on and that I couldn't handle dealing with all your kids. Then Linda said that she would take care of them for me.
You've got to be kidding me. So you're telling me that for the past few days, all of my kids have been with Linda and not you?
That's right. I just knew that I had to send them away since I was pregnant. But I've heard that they were also acting up terribly in front of Linda as well. They even broke several glass things, tore up the carpets, and even destroyed some art in her house.
Did my kids really do all of that? I had no idea at all.
Well, I think even Linda tried to be patient with them at first, but ended up having to call in her husband for help. You did know that Frank used to be a drill sergeant in the military, right? Anyways, I guess the 2 of them got angry with your children and tried to set them right.
Oh no, this is really bad. This wasn't supposed to happen. I have to go and pick up my children right now.
Yeah, I suppose Linda and Frank are probably wondering whose fault it is that their grandchildren are like that. You 3 will probably have plenty to talk about when you get there.
But why would they think that it's all my fault? Were you talking poorly about me to them or something?
Oh, I didn't have to do anything of the sort. I think that they figured out just whose fault it is all on their own. After all, why else would all your kids be running around as if they had never even heard of the word manners? But you didn't care about that either way. You just wanted to take your trip, which I was also sure to tell Linda about.
How could you do this to me? I just wanted to give you a chance at raising some kids. I was trying to be friendly.
Is that really what you call being friends? Because it certainly didn't seem that way to me. And I have to say that I didn't learn anything from that experience either. You just dropped off your kids without warning and expected me to be your free babysitter. Well, I heard from Linda that she told you to never talk to her again. I was also talking to my husband, and he said that we should probably keep our distance as well.
But then, that's the whole family. They're all against me now. I can't believe this is happening to me.
Yeah, it sounds like Linda and Frank were really furious with you. I mean, did you even apologize to them?
Of course I apologized to them. The moment they opened the door when I arrived to get my kids, I said I was sorry. But you should have seen the way Linda was looking at me. Her eyes were so cold, and you could tell she was blaming everything on me.
I even heard that Linda called your husband and told him all about what had happened.
It's true, and no, he's not going to be coming back from his business trip this weekend. But he said that he's going to go and stay with his parents for a while.
So I guess if you want to see him, you'll have to deal with all three of them lecturing you, huh? Although I hope you understand how you did this to yourself. Your husband went away on that trip hoping that he could count on you to take care of your family, and you just let the kids do whatever you want.
Shut up! You don't know what it's like to deal with 5 kids. You don't know what I've been through.
Well, whatever it was that you have been through, I hope you at least managed to release some stress while you were on your vacation.
Oh, just stop it already, will you? Did you know that I might get divorced because of you? I even hear that I might lose custody of my children.
Well, who knows? Maybe that might be the best. I mean, someone has to teach those children to behave. Not only that, but those kids need someone who's going to think about their future and make sure they have opportunities when they grow up.
But I gave my children all the opportunities they can have to do whatever they want. How is that any different from what someone else would do?
You know, I thought I respected you because of how many kids you had. I thought that surely you were having them responsibly and making sure to take care of them all. But now I understand that you have got to be one of the worst mothers I have ever seen. I mean, you hardly even do any parenting at all. But at least it sounds like we won't have to be dealing with you for very much longer. Whatever happens, though, I just hope that your children get the chances at a good life that you might have taken from them.
No, this isn't fair. I thought that we were friends. We're sister-in-laws. You can't just do this to me. You can't just leave me like this, please. I don't have anyone else on my side. I need you right now. Can't you see that?
After that, Donna settled down a bit and her texts were much less gloaty than before. Although it didn't change how Linda and Frank about her one bit. After her husband returned from his business trip that had kept them apart, he went to go and stay with his parents to find out about what happened. Donna went over there one day to talk to all three of them, and they decided there that a divorce was in order. Donna tried to protest, but she knew that she wasn't really going to get anywhere. After that, Donna's husband was granted custody of the children, and they all lived with Linda and Frank. I hear that all three of them are being very active in making sure that the children straighten up and fly right. As for Donna, after the divorce, she had to sell her house and move into a much smaller apartment, where she lives all by herself. I can't imagine the grief she must be feeling as a mother, but I wouldn't want my children raised by someone like her. So it's hard for me to truly empathize. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Hey Sophia, how's it going? I just wanted to let you know that we got those really lovely oranges that you sent us. Thank you so much. I'm gonna be having them with Deb. I was just thinking of making some fresh squeezed juice for breakfast tomorrow. So anyways, I just wanted to thank you for always thinking of us.
Oh, Christopher, what a lovely message to get from you. Thank you so much for letting me know that they got there. I hope I didn't send too many for you and Deb. I wasn't so sure how much would have been good to send.
No, it's perfect, and straight from Florida, too. We really are excited to enjoy them. And it's actually perfect because we were just talking about trying to eat less desserts, so this will be a good replacement.
Well, I'm happy to have sent them to you, and I hope that you enjoy them. By the way, how is Deb doing? I sent her a message that I had shipped the oranges, but I never got a reply, and I was just a bit worried.
Oh, Deb is just fine, but she's been taking naps during the day, so that's probably what it was. I'm sure that she forgot to respond to you, that's all. She just has really bad memory, if you ask me. We are getting old, though, so I'm sorry if that worried you at all.
It's not a problem at all. I'm just glad to hear that everyone is doing okay. Sorry to be nosy.
Honestly, sometimes I think my wife could learn a thing or two from you, you know? Lately, she's been making up a bunch of excuses about being too sick to do anything around the house. It's actually kind of starting to bug me.
Well, it might not be an excuse, you know? I mean, given how hot it's been lately. I can't judge anyone for not wanting to move.
Yeah, you're right about that. But I don't think that's all that's going on here. I mean, she has been really against doing anything in the house at all.
Well, just take care of each other and make sure you're not pushing yourselves too hard, okay? I wouldn't want to hear that one of you landed in the hospital for heat stroke or something like that.
Oh, of course, I'll ask my wife what's been up with her and check that she's really as sick as she says. Oh, right, I actually wanted to ask you a quick question. There's gonna be about a week period in the summer when Deb and I are gonna be away on vacation.
Oh, really? So you two are planning on traveling somewhere?
Yeah, she says she wants to go to her hometown because there's gonna be a huge family reunion, so that's where we're gonna go.
Oh, I see. Well, that sounds like a good chance to catch up with a bunch of people you might have not seen for a long time. Anyways, thank you again so much for the kind messages, and I really am glad that you and Deb enjoyed the gift. But you would be traveling with Deb then, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. It's been a while since her and I have gotten to take a trip together, so this'll be a good chance for that. Not to mention the fact that it really has been a long time since Deb and all her relatives have gotten together.
Yeah, I remember Deb mentioning to me once that the last time they did something like this was over a decade ago. But I guess it must be tough to coordinate with so many people. So are you going to try and make any stops along the way for the two of you?
Well, there are some nice lodges and hot springs around where her hometown is. I was thinking it could be fun to try and make it out of one of those and relax her old bones.
Well, as long as you two have some time to relax by yourselves, that's what's most important. Anyways, I guess I'll tell Dave that you two are going to be away for a while in the summer.
Oh yes, okay, please pass it along to him. Thank you. Alright then, I think that's it for me. It's been lovely catching up with you, and make sure you're staying cool out there. And come over sometime soon, okay? It's been too long since I've seen my grandson.
Well, he really misses both of you too. But anyways, I also have some errands that I need to go and do. All of this talk of family reunions made me realize that it's been a while since I've sent anything to my own family. Maybe I should reach out to them soon and ask how they're doing. Hi there, Christopher. I was just wondering if you wouldn't mind asking Deb to check her phone for me?
Oh, hey there, Sophia. Is something the matter? Maybe I can help you out?
Well, I know that Deb is going to be visiting her family's grave in her hometown, and I was messaging her about sending flowers from us. But anyways, she hasn't responded to me, and I would really like to talk about this if possible.
Oh, you don't need to do that. You can just send anything you want here, and we'll be sure to take it over, okay?
Are you sure about that? I was just thinking of what kind of bouquet would look nicest, but...
I think that you have a great taste. You just pick something out and send it over, so don't worry about what it is. I promise that we're not that picky.
I see. But did something happen to Deb? I'm just worried because she hasn't been responding to me at all. Did you ask her about how she was feeling? Is she really actually sick or something?
No, she's just fine. Not sick at all, really.
Well, that's good to hear at least, because I know her dad 3 months ago, and I was just wondering about how she was handling that. And the only reason I mention that is because I feel like it was around 3 months ago that she stopped getting back to me. I just wonder if she hasn't been feeling a bit depressed since then. Obviously, anyone would take their own father dying quite hard.
Yeah, she is still quite sad about it. I think that you're right about that at least, but it's already been 3 months. I really am getting a bit sick and tired of her acting like this. I think that she's dragging this out just a bit too much.
You really feel that, Christopher? I don't know. I thought you would want to be a little more patient with her.
I have been patient with her, but the fact is her dad was on his way out of here for a long time, and I just thought that she would have already been more ready for when he did die. You remember meeting him in the hospital, right? He had been in there for a long time before that, and we all knew it was gonna happen.
Right, well, I just wonder if maybe there was a big difference for Deb between telling yourself to be ready for it and then actually dealing with it.
I understand this, but her dad was already in his 90s. Had a good long life and just didn't think that she would be mourning for this long.
I see. Well, I understand where you both are coming from. But anyways, I really am just trying to get a hold of her. Maybe it would just be better if I went over in person?
Oh, sorry about that. I think we're gonna be leaving for our trip soon, so I don't know how well that would work.
Well, I could always just go and visit you both after you get back from your trip. I would love to hear all about the family reunion.
Right, I see. Well, I guess if that's what you want to do, then that would be fine.
Sorry, what do you mean if that's all I wanted to do? What else would I be doing but visiting you two?
Sorry, nothing. I just have a lot on my mind right now. And I think that Deb is also busy keeping herself entertained.
Sorry, what do you mean by that? I thought you said she was too sad to do anything around the house.
Well, she certainly isn't doing anything around the house, but ever since her dad died, she's been going out a lot more. Even now, she's not even at home right now because she's out doing something. But just don't tell her that I told you any of this or I'll never hear the end of it from her.
I see. Well, thank you for telling me that anyways. I really do appreciate it. And I am glad that she's well enough to go out and do things. But if you could just tell her to please get back to my messages when she has a chance, I would really appreciate it. I mean, she isn't even picking up when Dave calls her.
I see. Well, that's also good to know. I'll let her know that you were just a bit worried and want to talk to her is all.
Please do that. Thanks so much for talking to me about this, Christopher.
Sophia, are you there? Do you have a moment to talk? I have a small favor to ask of you if you don't mind.
Oh, Deb! It's been so long since I've heard from you. How have you been? What is this favor you want to ask about?
Well, I just wanted to let you know that I'm on the bus on the way to your house right now. I'm so sorry to ask about this so suddenly, but I'm wondering if I can't ask to live with you and Dave for a while.
Wait, what? You're coming here to stay with us? Well, do you mind if I ask what happened? Is everything okay at home?
Well, I was kicked out of the house by Christopher, if you can believe it.
You're kidding me! Why would he do that to you? Why would he kick you out of the house? Did you two get into some kind of fight or something like that?
Well, I think it was a bit more than a fight, if I'm being honest. But my husband was keeping me locked up in the shed for a long, long time. He was upset at me for not sharing part of the inheritance I received when my dad died. He told me he wasn't going to let me out until I gave him some money. But I also knew that you were going to be coming over today, and I was just so embarrassed. I finally gave in and told Christopher the information he would need to get into my bank account. Then he finally let me out of the shed, but I was just so scared that he would try something again, so instead of waiting for you to arrive, I ran away.
Deb, is all this really true? I mean, you mean to tell me that that's why I couldn't get in touch with you this whole time?
Yes, that's why. I saw that you had been trying to get in contact with me about so many different things. I'm so sorry to have caused you any worry about this.
Deb, please, you don't have anything to apologize for at all. I mean, I'm just glad to hear that you're alive. I mean, I'm still just trying to wrap my head around this whole thing. I can't believe that Christopher would do that to you. I'm really sorry. I should have tried to come over and visit you all sooner.
No, this is not your fault at all either. I mean, Christopher was doing everything he could to tell you that he didn't need you to come and visit us.
That is true. He kept making up excuses whenever I suggested that I come over. But still, it's only you two living in that house. I should have insisted on going over just to give you both some company.
Actually, there's another reason why he didn't want you to come over. You see, Christopher has been living with his mistress this whole time. That's why he didn't bother chasing me after I handed over my bank account information. He already found someone else and was probably glad that I left on my own. But I really had no idea at all that he would have ever gone so far as to do something like this.
Deb, do you mind if I ask where you are right now? If you want to get off at a stop somewhere, I would be more than happy to go and pick you up.
Oh, Sophia, thank you so much. That really is so thoughtful of you. I'm just so shaken up. I don't think I've stopped shaking since I finally sat down on the bus. Feels like it's been so long since I had a decent meal. I can get off downtown and meet you by the university if that would work.
Yes, of course. I'll grab my things and head out of the house right now. Just meet me by the cafe near the gas station around there. You know the one.
That sounds good to me. But given that the university is at the end of the bus line, I won't be there for quite some time. I'll message you again when I get close. Thank you so much again for doing this for me.
Oh, yeah, I suppose that's true. You are coming all the way from your house. Okay then, I'll just be ready to leave whenever you message me.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry that you'll have to pick me up in this state. I feel haggard and smelly, and I would just love to take a hot bath.
I'm so sorry that you've been through so much, but I'm glad that you were healthy enough to get yourself out of there. I'll see you soon. Just please take care of yourself until then and stay safe, okay? I'll talk to Dave about this and we'll make sure to protect you. Don't you worry about that. Hey, Christopher. I was wondering if I could talk to you a little bit about Deb.
You want to talk to me about Deb? Don't tell me that she ended up going over there to you guys.
That's right. She got here last night and is with Dave and I right now.
I see. That woman really is gonna be the death of me one day, I swear. I really am sorry that you're having to put up with her nonsense right now. But if you really want to know, she ran away because I caught her cheating on me, and she said that she couldn't stand the guilt. But I had no idea that she would just turn around and run to you. Anyways, her and I are getting a divorce, so feel free to kick her out if you want.
Hold on a second. Are you trying to tell me that Deb was the one cheating on you? Because she says that you were the one cheating on her. When are you going to stop lying to me and start telling me the truth?
Sophia, I'm sorry that you've gotten dragged into this, but you should know that you can't trust a word that Deb says to you. She's a horrible liar, and she isn't afraid to say anything as long as she gets her way.
I really don't think that you know what you're talking about at all. I mean, do you not feel bad at all about what you've done to your own wife?
I'm telling you that she was the one who was cheating on me. Please, Sophia, you are letting yourself be tricked by Deb. I mean, did she even give you any proof that I was cheating on her? If you're gonna demand apologies from people, then the least you could do is at least show proof that they actually did something wrong.
And here I thought that you would just be an adult about this and own up to what you've done. But fine, if you're really going to act this way, then that's up to you.
What are you talking about? You still haven't shown me any proof at all. You can't just accuse me of cheating like this.
Say whatever you want. It isn't going to stop your house from being demolished.
What on earth are you talking about? Why would my house be demolished?
Well, because Dave is heading over to your house with his contractor friend right now.
But wait, why would he demolish the house? Well, I live here. The house is mine. You can't do this.
You might live there, but do you know that it's Deb who actually owns the house? Don't you? It has always been her house and you both living in it.
But, you're not really gonna demolish the house, are you? This has gotta be some kind of trick. I mean, who even is this contractor friend?
I already told you, he's an old friend of Dave's, and Dave called in a favor with him to demolish the house. And according to Deb, you and your lover should be away on a vacation right now. So then there's no one at home, right? Enjoy the rest of your vacation.
And you're really just gonna do this without any proof whatsoever?
It's no proof. I actually went back to the house with Deb and she showed me the clothes in there that certainly didn't belong to her. Not only that, but you had photos of you and this other woman on the wall, and in your bedroom. It was like you were trying to completely replace your wife.
No, it's not like that at all. You don't understand.
And just what don't I understand? Telling me that? I mean, you're not saying anything to support your own case, you know. But even your neighbors have backed up the fact that for a while now, a woman who is not Deb has been coming in and out of your house.
Okay, I get it, jeez. Just please don't go and demolish my house. I have a lot of really important things in there, and you can't just go and smash them all. Yeah, at least just let me go back home and pack up some things. Maybe then we can talk in person and try to settle this rationally, you know?
Oh, don't worry about that. We already did you the courtesy of moving your things into the shed. Nothing is going to be damaged when the house comes down. Oh, and by the way, when Deb came to us, we took her to a branch of her bank right away and changed all of her information so that you couldn't touch a cent of her money.
So you'd cut me off from her money then?
That's right. It was never yours to begin with, and you shouldn't have been trying to steal from your wife anyways.
But, please, okay? Let me talk to Deb. I can't get in contact with her at all. She isn't answering my messages.
Do you really expect her to want to say a word to you after you treated her like an animal and locked her in the shed?
But I didn't even do that, please. This is all just a big mistake.
So you're still not going to own up to what you've done then? Do you have any idea the state that Deb was in when she arrived to us? She looked like she had barely been eating. How could you treat someone like that? It's horrible!
No, you don't understand. She's just pretending, okay? She isn't actually hurt. I swear, you gotta believe me.
I really just don't know what to do with you anymore. I really misjudged you. But we checked out the shed and it was clear that someone had been living there for a long time. There was even a corner in there that she used as a bathroom. I wish you would just stop lying to me already and admit what you did.
All right, I've had just about enough out of you. This is a matter for me and my wife to discuss, and you need to butt out. You tell Deb that we are going to get a divorce, and that I will be taking half of her assets. Whether she likes it or not, she will be giving her part of the inheritance that she got.
What on earth are you talking about? You do know that you won't get things that she inherited as part of a divorce settlement, right?
Wait, what? What do you mean by that?
I mean that legally, things and money gotten from inheritance are a different legal category than normal assets. So divorcing Deb won't get you anything.
You're lying to me. That can't be right. You are lying to me, aren't you?
So, you're telling me that you really are doing all this without even making sure the law is on your side? You really are an idiot. Do you know that? I can't believe that you did all of this to Deb for something that could have never been yours to begin with.
So, wait, you mean that I'm really not gonna get anything at all out of this? Please, just wait, hold on, I'll be home soon, I swear. Just don't do anything until I get there.
I'm sorry, but the cranes and wrecking balls have been demolishing the house for the past half hour.
My home? I don't believe this. What have you done?
I'm sorry, but the only person who should be taking any blame for everything going on right now is you, Christopher. After this, we never, ever want to hear from you again. And when Deb does contact you, it will be through her lawyer. Got it?
But I really needed the money. My new woman has expensive tastes, and I've already blown through all my savings for her. Please, you can't just abandon me like this. I really need the money.
And just why do you think that's any of our problems, huh? The next day, Christopher and his mistress got back from their vacation to find their half-demolished house. Needless to say, they were left speechless. The demolition process slowed after that. And for the next 2 weeks, Christopher could watch as the house was torn apart, board by board. He took his things and tried to rent a hotel room, but was quickly running out of money. Knowing this, his mistress realized that he had nothing more to offer and left him. It wasn't long after that when Deb's lawyer reached out about the divorce. But that wasn't all. He was also being charged for kidnapping and illegally holding his own wife. Deb agreed to drop the charges if Christopher immediately signed a restraining order that would keep him away from her. Now, Deb lives with Dave and I. She's been through so much already that we do our best to make sure she doesn't work, but Deb insists on helping out when she can as part of her own recovery process. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Hey, Vanessa, can you talk right now? Is everything okay? I was just messaging to see if you made it to the hospital okay. How are things over there?
Hey, Eric. Yes, I'm at the hospital now. My water broke maybe about a half hour ago now, I think. I don't know. It's all happened so quickly. but the doctor said that the contractions are probably going to start getting closer and closer from here on out. I guess this thing is really happening.
Oh, well, that's a relief to hear. I'm so glad that you're okay. I just want to let you know that I've left work and I'm on my way over there as we speak, okay?
You're already leaving work to come to the hospital and see me? But the contractions aren't even that far apart. I really don't know how long this whole thing is actually going to take, if I'm being honest with you. It could be hours from now before anything really happens.
That's okay with me. I just wanted to make sure that I was by your side for as much of it as I could be. You know that I want to do this together with you as much as we can.
Eric, thank you so much. I don't know what else to say, but I am sorry that you had to go to work at all today and then asked to leave after only working a couple of hours.
It's no problem at all. I really had barely anything to do today anyway. I made sure to get as far ahead of my schedule as I could so I would be okay with this. But we don't need to think about work at all, okay? The only thing that you and I should be focusing on is the baby that you're about to have, our baby.
I know! I really can't believe this is finally going to be happening. But you're right. We really should focus on this more than anything. I'm already starting to get pretty nervous. If I can be honest with you, I just hope that our little baby comes out healthy. That's all I want.
I think it's gonna be fine. Just take deep breaths and I'll be there with you soon.
Oh, I can't wait to see you. You know how long we've talked about finally getting to raise a child of our own? And now that it's finally happening, I just hope that the little one comes out healthy so that we can give it the best life we can.
I know what you mean. I wonder if all parents feel the way that you're feeling right now before this happens. But did something come up to make you especially nervous just now?
Well, it's just that I'm not exactly a spring chicken anymore. And also, Danny was just saying a lot to me. She was saying how she had a friend who had a child at my age and it was born with a birth defect. So, I guess I've had that swimming in my head ever since.
Did my sister really say that to you? Oh, what is her deal? Why would she have to say something like that? She should have known better than to say something like that while you're pregnant. I wish you would have told me about this a little sooner.
It's fine. I'm sure that she was just saying it to try and be helpful. I'm sure that she didn't mean anything by it. So please, don't mention to her that I said anything. I don't want to cause any drama, you know?
You really are too sweet, you know that? I always have to tell myself how lucky I am to be with you. I mean, your parents kicked you out of the house when you were so young, and yet you're still such a kind and empathetic person. I just really admire that about you, you know?
Well, it was just a very hard time for me. It felt like I had no one that I could turn to. I just can't stand the thought of anyone going through what I did.
Well, I still think it's amazing how you can feel that way after all you've been through. But I'm happy that I made you into the person you are today.
Thank you so much, Eric. But right now, we really should be focusing on me delivering this baby. I mean, I think I'm still in the early stages of the whole process, so we'll just have to sit tight until the contractions start to get closer together, I suppose.
So then they haven't really changed at all since you got into the hospital?
I guess not. But they really didn't even start that long ago. I think my cervix is still closed tight and it's going to take some time for the contractions to push through it.
I see. But then you can still eat and all that, okay? There's no stomach problems that come along with having these kind of contractions, right?
I'm still eating like normal. I haven't really noticed any symptoms affecting my appetite or anything like that.
Got it. Well, that all sounds like positive news. Do you want me to bring you anything to eat?
I don't know if I should be having whole meals in this state, if I'm being honest. I would hate to have a full stomach when the contractions really start.
Well, that makes perfect sense, but I could still bring you some small things to snack on while you go through this.
You're right. A little bit of food couldn't hurt, surely. In that case, would you get that tea that I like? And maybe a bit of chocolate. And maybe any other kind of small, light things you think wouldn't be too much on my stomach right now.
You got it. In that case, I'll just stop at the store quickly and then head right to the hospital to see you.
Oh, great. I really can't wait for that, Eric. We've been waiting so long for this, and now it's finally going to happen. Just be careful and don't rush coming over here, okay?
Hey there! If it isn't my sister-in-law. I was just wondering if you'd gotten back home yet?
Yes, I'm back home now. I've actually been home since last week. It's only been 4 days, though, so I'm still feeling so shaky, and I'm just tired all of the time.
Yeah. I imagine that pushing a whole child out of your body would probably take it out of you. Actually, I don't have to imagine it at all, really.
Oh, by the way, I heard that you came to visit me in the hospital while I was sleeping. Thank you so much for doing that. I'm sorry that it's taken me until now to say anything, but I really do appreciate you making the effort to see me.
Of course! It's not a problem at all. Actually, it was my son who kept bugging me about wanting to see the baby. But I really wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to be there when my mom was. I just know that she would have something to say to me.
So I guess that you two still haven't really patched things up entirely yet.
We haven't. But can you believe she's really holding on to this grudge just because I had a tiny little affair? She can honestly be such a shrew sometimes. I mean, even my son talks about how he wants to see his grandma. She doesn't realize that she's not just punishing me, she's punishing her grandson, too.
Well, I'm sure if you just apologized to your mom and made it clear that you felt bad, that she would happily take you back.
Yeah, but I'm not actually even that bothered by what she's doing. If she wants to act that way, that's up to her. Speaking of affairs, I have to say that your baby doesn't look like my brother one bit.
Oh, you really think so? I think that she has Eric's ears and that his mouth is kind of a similar shape, too.
Yeah, I think the baby looks way more like you than she does Eric, which really is just a shame. It's a pretty ugly baby is what I'm trying to get at here.
Excuse me? I'm sorry, I'm not quite sure I understand what you're trying to get at.
Oh, oops! Did I actually just press send on that message? Oopsies! But don't you think that the baby would look so much better if it resembled my brother more? I mean, it's just kind of a waste that the baby has my brother's genes, but none of the good looks that are going to come with that. Instead, she got your plain Jane features.
I think that babies actually change in appearance as they grow up. I'm sure in a few years she's going to start resembling his father in more visible ways.
Well, I certainly hope so. For the baby's sake, that is. I mean, I just feel bad for the fact that you had a little girl and now she's going to have to look like, well, you.
Danny, I'm really not quite sure if you're aware of this, but you are being just a little bit rude to me right now. And I really don't appreciate you saying these kinds of things about my newborn baby.
Oh no, Vanessa, I'm really sorry. I wasn't doing any of this to try and be mean. I guess I've just been sort of stressed, and I have a tendency to bad talk people as a way of relieving that.
Right, I see. Well, just please be more careful with your words in the future.
Of course! Anyways, I bet you must be swamped having to take care of this newborn and keep things around the house tidy, right? Let me know if there is anything that I can do to help out. I was thinking of bringing you some pre-cooked meals in the next couple of days. How does around 2 days from now sound?
Sorry, you want to come over in a couple of days? I just really don't know if I'm up for that physically, and the whole house is still a huge mess.
Well, I can do some cleaning for you then. I want to help.
I understand that, but don't you have work that you'll have to be at anyways?
Work? No, I don't have any work. I don't even have a job.
Wait, what? You mean that you haven't been working at all since you and your husband got a divorce?
Yeah, pretty much. I've been out of work ever since I took custody over my son. But that doesn't stop my ex-husband from still trying to tell me how to live my life.
But then what do you do to get by? Where does your money come from, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I still get child support payments, and I'll usually just make up some excuse for why I need more money some months, and I usually get my way. Basically, even though we're divorced, I still get to live off my ex-husband.
I see. And that's something that you want to continue to do.
You bet it is! Anyways, my little boy won't stop talking about how he wants to see the baby again. So, that's another reason why I want to come over soon. By the way, did you and Eric decide on a name for her?
Yeah, we were going to call her Violet, actually.
Violet. That's such a lovely name. Thank goodness you didn't go with something ridiculous like some comic book character or something like that.
Well, Eric and I agreed that we wanted to put a lot of thought into what her name would be, so we spent a long time deciding. And when we talked about Violet, it was like something clicked inside of us.
Well, I'm glad that you two had such an easy time coming up with a name. Because have you heard of some of the crazy names that people come up with for their kids? I hear the names of some of the kids at my son's schools, and I just have to ask myself what on earth they were thinking.
Oh, really? Are there some pretty weird ones there?
Oh yeah, I'll tell you all about it when I see you in a couple of days, okay? If you could just get some snacks and juice for Ike, that would be great.
Wait, no. Sorry, Danny. I thought I said that I wouldn't be able to see you then. We might just have to reschedule until I'm feeling better.
No, sorry, I think you misunderstood. I said that I was going to go over to help you, okay? Don't worry, I have plenty of experience being a mom. You'll be in good hands. Just leave it all to me.
Danny, do you have any idea what you've done? What is the matter with you? I seriously don't even know what to say right now. You weren't invited and you showed up to our house anyway, and then you just proceed to really screw things up.
What are you talking about? All I did was go to visit my sister-in-law. Is that really so bad?
Vanessa told you that she didn't want to see you and that she would tell you when she was feeling better. But then you decided to show up and then demanded that Vanessa take Ike to the bathroom right away?
Well, what else was I supposed to do? Ike said that he really had to go and I didn't want him to pee himself.
But you continued to stay at the house even after he had finished using the bathroom. Why didn't you leave after that?
Well, it was just so hot outside that I thought we might stay for a little while and cool off. Why are you being like this, Eric? I don't get it. Did you want my son to overheat or something like that?
I'm not really worried about your son, to be perfectly honest. The only thing I'm worried about is Vanessa and Violet.
You're being such a huge jerk to me right now. Do you even realize that?
And you're acting like I don't have a good reason to be furious with you. Your son ran out of the bathroom with dirty toilet water all over his hands and got it all over Vanessa and the baby. You should have been keeping a better eye on your kid and stopping him from doing all that. Vanessa told me that there was a huge mess to clean up with the dirty water all over the floor. Do you think that's a healthy environment for a newborn to be raised in?
Wait a second. I don't get what you're trying to say. I mean, I wasn't the one who made the mess. It was my son.
Are you kidding me? Do you really not take responsibility as the parent as well? Ike literally snuck up behind Vanessa and dumped the dirty water all over her head.
Well, then that's her fault for not paying better attention to her surroundings.
Except for the fact that Ike did it with a bucket. What did he even get a bucket in the first place, huh? I think that you told him to dump the dirty water on Vanessa.
You really do have a wild imagination. Do you know that, bro? But I think you just need to calm down. I mean, all it was a harmless prank. It's not like a little water ever hurt anyone.
We're talking about soiled water straight from the toilet bowl.
Well, you really should have seen Vanessa's face when it happened. I mean, she's never been much to look at anyways, but covered in all that nastiness, I didn't know whether to laugh or cry out of pity.
I don't even know how to respond to any of that.
What do you mean? It's not like I did anything wrong. It was just a little prank is all. It's no big deal.
You do realize that Vanessa was the last friend you had, right? Your other friends and even our parents got sick of you acting without any consideration for others, and Vanessa was the only one patient enough to tolerate you.
So what? You think that makes her better than me or something? You can't just talk down to me like this. You think it's fair that my life blows up just because I got caught having an affair? That's not fair at all.
You really are such a selfish person. I don't even know why I bother talking to you sometimes. So you really don't care at all what you've done to this last person who was willing to talk to you, huh?
I already told you that none of this is my fault. My son went a little crazy and your wife just wasn't paying any attention. That's it. If anything, you should be mad at your wife. She got so mad at me that it made the baby cry. Have you talked to her about that?
I think that Vanessa is well within her right to be mad at you. And I'm sure the baby was already crying when it had water dumped on it. How can you not even admit a little bit of responsibility over this?
Okay, fine. I guess I'm the worst person in the world for doing this. Is that what you're trying to say? It's not like I killed anyone.
You really are a piece of work, you know that?
Maybe you should be focusing more on your wife and kid and less on being mad at me. You know how filthy that water probably was? You better make sure that nothing happens to the two of them. That would be just awful. Vanessa, are you there? Please, you have to help me. I'm begging you. My mom showed up to my house unannounced and just took Ike away from me. She told me that my ex-husband had been granted custody and that she was going to take Ike to his dad. Please, you have to do something to help me. I'm sure they're all at my parents' place. You have to take me there.
That is not going to happen, Danny.
Don't tell me that you're still mad about the little water fight that we had. It was just my son playing with some water. It's really not that bad.
I'm sure that you and Eric already talked about this, but you knew that Ike was going to do that to me, didn't you?
I didn't know anything. You all need to quit blaming me and take some responsibility for yourselves.
I don't believe a single word that you're saying to me at all. I know that being a single mother must be difficult, but it was clear just from the way you behaved in my house that you were doing nothing to raise Ike properly.
What are you talking about? What did you do?
Well, I told your mom about the toilet water incident and that both Eric and I are sure you had something to do with it. I mean, Ike never used to act like this at all until maybe about 6 months ago. Then it was like a switch was flipped and he started to act out.
Well, that's just because it's summer now and he gets really crazy when it gets hot. That's it, I swear.
You know, after you told me that you had quit your job, I passed that news along to your mom and she hired a private investigator to watch you.
Wait a second. Are you telling me that this is all your fault? You're the reason why my son was taken away from me? I thought I could trust you. I thought that we were friends.
I thought that I could trust you too, but clearly I was wrong about that. But I just couldn't sit by and watch as you manipulated your son into acting out and getting up to all kinds of mischief. Do you even use a single cent of the child support money you get on your son? Because we called your ex about this and he was shocked at what was happening with his son.
Wait a second. You called Paul and told him about what was going on?
That's right. So he knows about all of this as well.
How dare you! You had no right to do something like that! I'm sorry about the water, but you were taking things way too far! Now he'll have the completely wrong idea about me!
Well, it's too late for me to do anything about it now. And Paul also saw the reports that the PI compiled about you.
Please, you don't understand. Being a single mother is really hard. I just needed a break. Some me time. You can understand that, right?
I think it's been more than just a little break. The PI even went to go ask about Ike at his school and the teachers reported that he was always showing up in dirty clothes and smelled bad. You weren't even bathing him.
Please, you have to try to understand. It's really, really hard for me. You just don't get it.
I'm not the one you should be apologizing to. You need to apologize to Paul and Ike for all that you've put them through.
But why Why do I have to lose my son over this? It doesn't make any sense at all. Please, you can't do this to me.
If you couldn't handle raising him on your own in the first place, then you shouldn't have pursued custody over Ike. You should have just let Paul have him. He's clearly more capable of raising Ike than you ever were.
No, don't do this to me. Don't take my son away from me, please. I thought that I could trust you. I thought that we were friends, Vanessa. You wouldn't want your child taken away from you, would you? You just have to imagine that to even begin to understand what you're putting me through.
I promise you that I do not take any joy in what is happening at all. But I think that you just want to keep Ike so that you don't lose the child support money. But you are getting $2,500 from Paul every single month. And instead of spending it on Ike, you used it all for yourself. On top of that, you refused to get a job precisely because you're getting this money.
Okay, you're right. I understand now. I'll go and get a job, and I promise to raise Ike right. Just please, talk to my mom and tell her that she can't do this. I need you to do that for me. I promise that I'll never, ever let Ike run crazy, and I'll teach him manners, and I won't even make him pull any nasty pranks ever again. You're the only one that I have left.
You're almost right. I was the only one you had left. I tried too hard to be nice and kind and understanding, and you spit it all back in my face. I'm sorry, but I just don't want anything to do with you ever again.
Please don't do this to me. I'm really, really sorry. I swear it. I was so jealous of how happy you seemed. Why did you get to be married and have a kid while I have to be a single mother? But I'll apologize for everything. I swear. I never meant for things to go like this.
I'm sorry, but now that I'm a mother, I understand that the child has to come first. And Ike is clearly in the wrong place with you.
But I won't have anyone left if you don't talk to me. Please. Please. I'll be all alone. I need you to help me, Vanessa. You don't really want to do this.
You're right. I don't want to do this. But part of being a parent is knowing the difference between what you want to do and what you need to do. And you clearly haven't learned that lesson. After that, Danny tried calling me and her mom over and over again, begging for us to return Ike. The one thing she never did was actually come over to the house and try to get him back. Meanwhile, we waited at the house for a social worker to come by and explain to us and Ike what would happen next. It was decided that Ike would go to live with his father. The social worker also told us that this would mean that Paul could stop paying Danny child support. Meanwhile, Danny packed up her bags and disappeared overnight. There was no note or trace of her, just some of her clothes and a suitcase missing. We never ever heard from her again. Ike went to go and live with his father, and although I heard it was a rocky start, the two of them seem to be getting along famously now. We go over to visit Paul and Ike every now and then, and the last time we went, Ike even apologized for the water incident. He admitted that his mom had told him to do it, and said that she thought I would have found it really funny. He had no idea what he was doing. It made me happy to see that Ike was returning to his polite self under the care of his dad. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Hi there! Michaela, are you there? I was just wondering why you haven't been responding to any of my messages at all. I've left you so many of them, and I feel like they're not even being read. Just how long are you going to be keeping me waiting, huh?
I'm really sorry about that, Sandra. I was just bathing the kids and putting them to bed, so I was quite busy.
Oh, really? Well, did you even read the other messages that I had sent to you? I want to know what you think. What's your answer?
You mean about bringing fireworks to the next family get-together? You said that it was going to be in celebration, right? But celebration of what exactly?
The fireworks are for the birthday celebrations, of course. We have a lot of birthdays in our family right around the meetup, and it also overlaps with the kids' summer break. So I thought this would be a great way to include some birthdays in there as well.
Oh, I see. I'm not sure I was aware that there were so many birthdays around that date.
Besides, like I said, it's for summer break. And what could be more summery than fireworks, right? I know that we can't get anything too crazy because we don't want to bother the neighbors. But I think that we had fireworks, got the grill going, let the kids play while the adults had something to drink. Oh, it would just be so fun.
So you kind of want to do a 4th of July type deal before the 4th, right? I feel like we'd need to do a lot to do all of that in time. Do you have all the supplies to make an event like that?
Oh, no, of course not. I was just thinking that you would go out and buy everything that we need. That's the whole reason why I messaged you in the first place. But I think you should be able to find everything at the outlet center downtown.
Sorry, you want me to go out and buy everything and make the preparations for this?
Yes, that's what I just said. You do that, and then we can all have a great family barbecue together. Oh, and make sure to buy things for s'mores so that we can make some of those too.
Right. Well, I'm sorry, but I'm not sure that I'll be able to make it to the store to get all of that in time for the family reunion. I just have a really busy schedule up until then, and I don't see how I would be able to make it.
Oh, but it has to be you. I'm going to be really busy as well, and I won't have any time at all until the evening a couple days from now.
Well, I'm telling you that I'm also really busy, and asking me to do this when it'll be the middle of the week is a lot.
I know, but you can just go out and do the shopping once you put the kids down for bed. I mean, I think those stores stay open quite late, so you could just find time to do it at night, right? You should be able to get everything that you need in just one trip, I would think.
I get that, but I get the feeling that not only am I going to be the only person buying everything, but I'll be the one cleaning up everything too. So I'm sorry, but I really don't feel like doing that if that's going to be the case. I'm just too busy with other things.
Are you kidding me? Just what is it that you're so busy with, huh? I mean, it's not like you have a job. Surely you can do this to make sure that your family has a good time, right?
Sandra, I am really sorry, but I only gave birth to the twins 6 months ago, okay? I am still physically recovering and am always feeling worn down after spending a whole day taking care of both of them. So I'm sure that you can understand, from one mom to the next, that I just won't be able to do this.
Oh, don't you try to pull the mother card with me. I don't get why you're making such a big deal over this. Surely you can't be that tired. You just have to rally your energy for one night and do a little bit of shopping. And then think of how much fun everyone will be able to have because of what you did.
I get that, but I think that people are going to have enough fun just being together. And besides, that still doesn't solve the issue of the twins.
I really don't get why you keep bringing up the twins. So you had one extra kid. It can't make things that much more difficult. But if you really can't handle what I'm asking you, then that sounds like more of a you problem. Oh, wait a second, I've got it. What if you leave the twins with your parents for the day of the barbecue? Then you can take the time to prepare everything for us.
Sandra, please. There is no way that would work at all. I mean, it's a 3-hour drive there and back from their house.
Well, that's not so bad. It sounds like you still have plenty of time to get things ready.
I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be driving 3 hours with 2 newborn infants just to drive 3 hours back and prepare for a party.
Well, why can't you just get Jack to give you a hand? He is your husband, after all.
I know, but Jack is always talking about how busy he is and never really does much in terms of helping me with the kids. So I've been doing everything by myself, and I know what I do and don't have time for. Surely you can understand where I'm coming from, right?
Okay, then I guess you're really leaving me with no choice. You go and buy all the stuff when you can, and on the day of the party, you can hold one of the kids while you set up, and I'll watch the other one. You shouldn't be afraid to ask family for help with these sorts of things.
Oh gee, that really is so sweet of you to offer, but I just couldn't put you out like that.
Oh, it's really nothing at all, dear. You don't have to worry about that one bit. I am more than happy to help you. Just make sure that you get everything that we need to make this part happen, okay?
Do you really want to do this barbecue that badly, Sandra? I mean, it's kind of last minute anyways, and the setup is going to be really difficult. Not to mention the fact that it looks like it's going to be pretty rainy for the rest of the week, too.
Oh no, is it? I guess I forgot to check the weather. Oh well. All that means is that you can forget about the fireworks.
Why don't we just move this to another day? Or save these plans for the 4th of July? I mean, I certainly don't want to have to do all this shopping in the rain.
It would just be such a shame to throw away these plans after I've come up with them.
I know how much you like to plan, Sandra. I'm really not trying to tear you down or anything, but I just really don't think that I can help you.
But I just really wanted to make this family reunion special. I mean, it's not often that we get everyone together like this, you know? Look, I've planned tons of events before, and I think I know what I'm doing. I appreciate your concerns, but maybe just let me handle the details and you do what I tell you to do.
Sandra, I'm really sorry, but I've already explained that I'm not about to leave my kids and do this shopping for you. I've already been really stressed out lately, and this isn't helping me at all. Please understand that I've already given you my answer, and let's leave it at that.
Michaela, I hope that you haven't forgotten about the banquet that we're going to be having today.
Banquet? What do you mean? What happened to your barbecue idea?
Well, don't you remember? We had to cancel that because of the bad weather. So we're going to move everything inside and host a huge dinner for everyone.
We? Just who do you mean when you say that?
I mean, I know that maybe I was just being a bit too hopeful with the fireworks. I should have suggested that we do this in the first place.
Sandra, wait. Slow down here. I already told you that I wouldn't really be able to help with any kind of event with my kids. You do remember that, right?
Well, of course I remember. But that was when we were just talking about the barbecue. Now that everything is indoors, this is going to be a lot easier. See? Don't say that I never think about what will work best for you too.
That's really the point that I was trying to make when I said that.
But you agree with me that something indoors is easier to plan than outdoors, right? Plus, by having a big dinner in the house, you can still keep an eye on the little ones while you help me prepare.
So then, I'm going to help you, right? Because I really don't want to be left having to do all of the work.
Well, you know how bad my knees are, don't you? So I will be sitting down for most of the night, but I'll be happy to tell you what to do to make sure that everything goes perfectly.
So you're not going to do anything to actually physically help me with the party?
Well, I just said that I was going to be giving you instructions for what to do. Isn't that enough?
All that means to me is that I'm going to be the one doing all of the work, Sandra.
But you're so much younger and full of life than I am. If I was your age, I would be more than happy to help my elderly mother-in-law with throwing a party. And with my expert instructions, I promise that everything is going to be very easy for you.
Sandra, it isn't that I don't want to help you, but I have the twins to take care of, and they are a full-time job. I just won't be able to help you. I really would appreciate it if you could just reschedule this family reunion for another time, or maybe do it at someone else's house.
Ugh, I knew I should have expected something like this from you. Here I thought you might like to step up and be part of the family, but it's always excuses with you.
I'm not making excuses. I'm letting you know my limitations of what I'm willing to help you with. But if you're not going to be actually doing anything and making me do all the heavy lifting, then I don't want to do this.
But I've already invited everyone over for this.
So then you've already set a date for this and everything. That isn't fair. You can't assume that I'm going to be free or that I'll be able to help you in the way you need for this.
Oh, please, you're just a housewife. Don't act like you don't have plenty of free time.
I do not have free time. I am literally a new mother to twins. That means I am always cooking for 3, changing 2 people at once, doubling my time for doctor's appointments. Just when did you set this banquet of yours for anyway?
It's going to be in 4 days if you must know.
So then you planned for this to happen in the middle of the week.
And just what is so wrong with that? Why are you so fixated on that?
Because I have plans then and I won't be able to help you.
And just what are your plans that are so important, huh?
Well, my sister is coming to visit my parents.
Ugh, what? The timing for that could not be worse.
Exactly. That's what I've been trying to tell you, Sandra. The least you could have done was ask me about possible dates beforehand, and then maybe we could have tried to work something out. But if you don't move this to another day, then there's no way that I'd be able to help at all.
You really must think the world revolves around you, huh? Are you really going to prioritize seeing your sister over doing this for your own family? Why don't you tell your sister to come another day? Tell her that you already agreed to help with something else and you won't be able to see her.
But I didn't agree to anything at all.
So you're telling me that you think your side of the family is more important than your husband's? I can't believe my poor son married such a selfish woman.
That isn't what I'm saying at all, and you know that. You're not being fair to me.
I don't want to hear whatever excuse you prepared for yourself. You need to learn to shut up and do what your mother-in-law tells you to do. I have already scheduled this family banquet, and there is nothing that is going to change those plans.
Well, then I just won't be able to help you with any of that. Do you understand that?
I can't believe you're choosing to act this way with me.
I'm not acting like anything. I've made myself very clear about this whole thing.
Well then, I guess I'll have no choice but to explain to my relatives that you didn't care enough about them or me to help with dinner. I'm sure they would all just love you after that, don't you think? If you want things to go well with my relatives, you'll do as I say or else.
I don't see why you can't just invite them over and we all order pizza or something. It doesn't have to be some big, elaborate banquet.
There you go again, just treating my family like they don't matter, or that they're not worth putting any effort into please. If this is really how you're going to be, then maybe I need to talk to my son about getting a divorce with you. I don't think he realizes just how useless his wife really is. Michaela, what is the meaning of this? Why isn't anything ready for the banquet at all?
Is it already time for people to be coming over?
What kind of response is that? Of course it is! I told you that this was happening and that there was nothing you could do to change it, remember? Don't act like you didn't know my relatives were coming.
I actually don't think anyone is coming, so you have nothing to worry about. I'm certainly not going to go anyways, so please don't bother me about this.
What do you mean nobody is coming? What are you talking about?
I mean that none of your relatives said they were going to come. There is going to be no banquet, get it?
I still don't understand what you mean.
I mean that I told them not to come.
What do you mean? You did this? You're the reason nobody is going to come to our important family reunion?
Sorry, I should have made myself more clear. I only told them not to come because every single person I invited said that they really didn't want to go. They all thought that doing something like this in the middle of the week was just going to be a big chore.
That isn't true. Everyone should have been really, really excited for this.
Who would be excited about some big dinner party with drinks in the middle of the week? People have jobs and school, and they don't have time for something like what you wanted.
Don't you dare speak for my family as if you know them better than I do. I have been planning events like this since you were in diapers. I know what my family likes.
Actually, it's a good thing you did ask me to invite everyone in your place. They all told me that they hated going to your events, but you just never stopped asking until they agreed to go. I guess they were all more comfortable telling me no. And anyways, that's why not a single person said they were going to be there for the party.
You're lying to me. I know that you are.
Well, you're more than welcome to wait and see for yourself, but I'm not going to be there.
You must have just told everyone that it was canceled, and that's why no one is going to show up. I'm sure if I called people and told them that it was still happening, that everyone would come running.
Okay, then go ahead and try that.
Ugh, how could you do this to me? I was really looking forward to this.
Well, it sounds to me like you were the only person in your family who was. That you were still going to make me do all the work for an event that no one would have wanted to go be at anyways.
Shut up! How are you to talk to your mother-in-law like that? Just who do you think you are, huh?
I think that I'm someone who has been very reasonable and patient with you while you have been nothing of the sort to me. Anyways, I have things I need to do. Goodbye.
This is all your fault, you little brat.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about this family gathering that I heard was going on without my knowing.
Oh, that. Right. Yeah, I'm going to that. Although since I'm breastfeeding, I won't be drinking, of course.
But I don't get it. Why wasn't I invited? I mean, I was the one who planned to have a family gathering in the first place.
Because this isn't one of your huge elaborate parties, Sandra. This is just a small gathering for whomever can make it on the weekend. You always go way over the top and it's intimidating to your family who have to deal with it when they'd rather just be able to relax.
But that's not fair. What's wrong with wanting to do something big for my family like I always do?
I already explained this to you. You can't just plan these big dinners or barbecues or drinking parties in the middle of the week. I don't know if you've realized this, but your family aren't the kinds of people to do day drinking or go to work hungover. They don't do big, elaborate parties. They want a quiet, small gathering where they can relax and feel like they can talk freely.
And you're saying that I don't do that for my family. Is that really why nobody showed up last week?
That's what I was trying to explain to you. Yes.
But this isn't fair. Now there's some family event and I'm the only one not invited? I thought my family loved me more than that.
It's not that they don't love you, but it's that you tend to go overboard with the drinking at these things and it really puts people off.
Shut up! How dare you try and tell me how I make my family feel? You don't know what you're talking about.
Don't blame me because you don't know your family as well as you thought, okay? You're the one who keeps making these big plans without asking about anyone's schedules or anything like that at all. If anything, you've proven that you don't know what your family wants.
Don't talk to me like that. I am your mother-in-law.
That doesn't mean that you can treat me however you'd like, you know?
But I just wanted to see my family.
And it's not that they don't want to see you either, but they want to see you at an event that works for their schedule and where they don't have to worry about you drinking too much.
Do they really all feel that way about me?
I think it would help if you didn't try and plan these things once a month. I mean, do you have any idea how hard it is for everyone to coordinate a day that they can see each other once a month? Besides, most family reunions happen once or twice a year. You just don't need to be doing so much, Sandra. I get that you have a lot of free time, but most of your family isn't retired like you.
So you think that I do what I do because I'm bored? Is that what you think of me?
I'm just passing along what I've heard from your family, that's all. If you want to talk about this anymore, why don't you take it up with them? I have to go and take care of my twins now. After that, Sandra finally seemed to settle down a bit. She called her relatives and they confessed how they really felt about her events. After that, she started planning much smaller gatherings and much less frequently. It was only once a year or so that we started having our family reunions. And when we did, people showed up early to help set up and stayed afterwards to help with the cleaning. Sandra even started limiting herself to 3 drinks at the events and stuck to it very strictly. It seemed like all of her family was grateful to see that, and her mood even began to improve. Now Sandra and I get along much better, and so do the rest of her family too. Her and I still have a long way to go in terms of our relationship with each other, but I'm glad that this didn't end up a total disaster for everyone involved. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.